Should I keep it or should I get rid of it? That is the question we puzzlers face every time we complete a puzzle. Today, I'll share with you what I do with my completed puzzles and give you a little peek into some of the puzzles that remain in my collection. Hi, I'm Sandra from The Puzzling Canadian, and welcome to my channel. Recently, I was browsing some of my puzzling Facebook groups and started to notice a pattern. There were a lot of posts about selling puzzles, not necessarily trading, but just trying to get rid of some of the puzzles in their puzzle piles. And then it got me wondering, what do other puzzlers do with their completed puzzles? Do you keep, sell, trade, or donate them? I began thinking about what were my patterns over the last year to year and a half, and I came up with a keep, sell, trade, donate ratio. And for me, that would be I keep about 5%, I sell 70% of my puzzles, I trade 20%, and donate 5%. Now, I rounded those numbers up because they sound better, but in actual fact, I pretty well think that maybe the keep and the donate might be slightly a little bit less, and perhaps the sell is a little bit more, but I sort of just rounded it. So let's take a look at each of the categories, and I'll leave the keep one to the end. So I'll start with sell. I sell I think about 70% of my puzzles. And if I look back over the last several years, selling is the main thing I like to do because I like to get whatever the value is or the market value is at the time for a used puzzle, and then just use that to purchase other puzzles that I like. So the next category is trade, which I feel I do about 20%. So I take a look at the puzzles that I can't sell, and then I pick a few and set them aside for trading. Now, trading can be tricky. The key is to find a swap group or other puzzlers who have the same puzzling style as you. I'm fortunate now that I have found a group of puzzlers who I can swap with on a regular basis because I know that they have the same styles as me, and it makes it just easier. I know I can count on them that all the pieces are there. So I'm fortunate I have found that. Next is donate, and I think I do about 5%. So I take a look at the puzzles that I have, and some of them, if I don't sell, I decide I'm probably not going to swap, and I might just donate them to my local thrift store. Also, I have donated in the past to Indigenous communities up north in Canada, so like in Northwest Territories and Nunavut. There are communities or people there who want to do puzzling, and they don't have access to as many puzzles. And next is the keep category, which I do about 5%. And the puzzles that I do keep are really ones that are images that I absolutely love, or puzzles that are rare and I just enjoy doing them and I just want to keep them in the collection, or maybe that have a special meaning to me. Part of those keep puzzles also, some of them I may glue, like these ones behind me. These are hay puzzles. This one is called Wings by Louise Royot. And this one here is a Victoria Francis puzzle called Dark Rose, both hay puzzles. And I glue them because, as you can see here, they're lovely puzzles, but they're dark and they take a very long time to do. So I wasn't going to do them again, but I still wanted to keep them. So now I'm going to share with you some of the puzzles that are in my keep collection and just give you an idea of why I decided to keep them. So the first one is a dawdle puzzle, and it's Lake Louise. Now, these ones here you could get anywhere. So the reason I'm keeping them is because I'm starting to collect puzzles from Dawdle that have locations that I have visited in Canada. So Lake Louise is one of them. So I have about 4 of them now, and I need to collect a few more. Another one in my collection is this one here. It is by a brand called The Found. And of course, I'm keeping it because it's a Prince puzzle. I don't think anything else needs to be said. It's a great looking image, nice colors, and I grew up with the music of Prince, so it was something I wanted to keep for myself. I think a lot of the puzzles that I have in my keep collection are White Mountain. I think the majority of them that I have are that brand. And this is one of them here that I love. So this one here is called Vintage Records, and it's by Steve Crisp. And again, that's one of my favorite artists. But this image is just so nostalgic. So if the image is nostalgic and it looks really good, and it's hard to find this image now, I keep it. And I know that the first time I did it, I'm like, I am not giving away this puzzle. It just looks great. The record store here brings back memories. So here's another Steve Crisp puzzle that I kept. It is a Falcon Deluxe, 500 pieces, and it's called Dancing the Night Away. And this image here is in, they have it in, I think, Vermont Christmas Company, but I did love this brand. And it's again, another nostalgic puzzle and, you know, a dancing scene. I have a couple of these puzzles. I have a couple puzzles with a dancing scene. So it seems to be those images, if they're really good, I want to keep them. I think the other one that I have is called Let's Dance by White Mountain. And I think it's also Steve Crisp. So he's one of my favorite artists, and I keep a lot of his images. So I have done various Beatles puzzles. Ravensburger has quite a few of them, and I have done a few. And then after that, I've either sell or traded them. But I came across this one puzzle from 2018 that was Ravensburger, and I got it, completed it, and I made sure I kept it because it is so colorful and I love the image. It's called Beatles Through the Years. Just a great image showing all the different pictures and albums, and they even have like little tidbits down here about what, you know, things that happened throughout the years with the Beatles. So this one is definitely one that I was not going to get rid of. So another puzzle that was a very rare puzzle that I ended up finding in my area, and I was so happy I did, and it was found, not used, but brand new and still sealed, was this Schmidt puzzle called Tropical Feeling. It's by the artist Mandy Rainmuth, and she has a collection. There's other ones that are like that. This puzzle here is very difficult to find in North America, or I haven't come across it in my area until I bought this one. And you see some of them in Europe, but I just can't find some of the other ones in the collection here. And I loved this image when I did it, and I kept it because it's so beautiful. The last puzzle I have to show you is a puzzle that is sentimental and means a lot to me because it was custom made for me. So I'll show you it here. It's a custom made puzzle called Sandra's Paradise, and the company that did this custom is called Venus Puzzle. My husband decided to get a custom puzzle for me for our wedding anniversary a couple of years ago, and he took a look at all the things that I like, being on the beach, reading, and then all the palm trees and a beautiful house there by the beach. And then he got an artist to sort of incorporate all these things in here, created this image, and then went to the company, and the company produced the 500-piece puzzle. So this is the biggest treasure I have in my collection because it's so beautiful and it was personally made for me. So these are just a few of the puzzles that I have kept. And if you enjoyed seeing this part of my collection, please hit the like button. Even though I've kept these, the majority of my puzzles are given to other people because I just believe that, similar to books, I think puzzles should be shared and enjoyed by others. Now, I'm curious to find out what other puzzlers do with their completed puzzles. So in the comment section, please let me know, and let me know what your keep, sell, trade, donate ratio is. Thank you for taking the time to stop by my channel. I hope you enjoyed this topic for this video, and I also hope that it sparks some great discussion amongst our puzzling viewers. Until next time, happy puzzling.